The following is content exclusively available for patrons only on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Thank you guys for supporting what I do.
You're listening to The Joe Cronin Show.
The Joe Cronin Show.
Exclusively
on Patreon.
Hey, what's up, everybody? So this is like a pilot, I guess, of a podcast with me and Leah. Or Leah and I don't ever say that right. I never care. But, so I had you guys ask questions so we can talk about those questions here. And that's what we're going to do. I can hear myself on your microphone. That's really bad. But there's nothing really I can think to do.
I thought that's what you spent this whole time setting up.
Yeah, but, I mean, like, your mic is, you're so low that it's like I had to turn your mic way up. You know
well,
what
it's
I mean?
because, like, you're a crazy loud person. You scream when you talk.
Well, the next time we do this podcast, I'm going to sit there. Like over there. I could turn away, but this is so low, though. It's recording, like, the levels are so low right now. I don't know what I'm going to have to do to turn this up. But whatever. I don't know. Anyway, I got questions here for us, and then we're going to figure out a name for the podcast that we're going to do. And I put one out on Twitter about that, but it's early in the morning, and we've got, like, 8 responses. And I might read them because they're kind of funny, what I've seen so far. But Michael Keene says, I think we just established that Michael's last name is pronounced Keene, Kuehn. Do you remember that? Do you remember if we said that?
No, I don't remember.
No, whatever.
I'm looking at these really gross pictures on Twitter.
Why?
Because Cody Rhodes is nasty and decided to post a picture of him getting like a big needle in his knee.
Oh yeah, his meniscus tear.
It's disgusting.
So. Okay, well, we don't really do this. He said, "What video game do you play together?" We don't really do that.
We've played Diablo in the past.
Yeah, but it's been a while.
Yeah.
Our favorite game to play together is It's Inside You Now.
I mean, we play cards. We play that game on the phone when we're drunk.
Yeah, I guess that we do that. Trying to find like a shield to like shield my voice from hitting your microphone. This works. But now I can't see you.
You need a wall.
I'm putting a box up in front of my face. Yeah. I don't know what the levels are, and this laptop sucks. I'm going to blame it on this stupid laptop. Will you rebuild Joe's set?
Nope, not for a third time.
Really? You're not going to build it for me?
Well, I built it the first time, and I've repaired it twice. So, no. You'll just get angry and rip it down again somehow.
It's partially your fault to why it got ripped down.
That wasn't my fault.
Yeah, it was.
How was it my fault?
Your little Nancy fit about Bailey. If that didn't happen,
you ripped it down after that.
Yeah, but that led into my emotional state.
That's your problem for not controlling your emotions.
I can't do... well, whatever. It's your fault. People were like, oh, you know, you're a scumbag tearing down all that money on that set or whatever. It's like they were like $18 for these blocks.
It wasn't even that much. They're not like, I don't think they're true soundproofing foam things. I think they're just decorative.
Yeah, they just look like they look cool.
Yeah, I just bought them to throw something up behind you because I thought like, oh, this will look way nicer. And so I bought them to throw them up there thinking it would improve everything. And then you've torn them down a bunch of times and now you're an asshole.
Well, at least I didn't break the computer gear and stuff like that. So that's the... You know, I could have grabbed the computer. That would have been a real problem. Then I'd be doing my show from your laptop.
That's what you think. I'm not going to let you break my laptop.
Well, but then, you know... Well, then I guess you'd be moving out because I wouldn't be making any money. Because there would be no show. There would be no show. Gatekeeper Drew says... By the way, I hope Gatekeeper Drew's okay.
I know, I just saw his car pictures again.
Oh, did he post them? Because I didn't want to post them before he did, but he sent them to me.
No, he posted them. I saw them on Twitter. They were messed up.
He crashed his car while he was on my Discord call the other day. If anybody didn't hear that. Well, actually, you couldn't hear it anyway because it was, well, we were recording off air at the time, but also he had muted his mic, so unfortunately we didn't hear him flipping out because he said it was kind of probably funny. Because he was probably like, oh, shit, oh.
It was probably like me the other day. Remember when I was on the phone with you? And I was backing out of like that. I was backing out of, where was I? Oh, the haircut place. And I was backing out. Remember I was on the phone with you? And then I went, like I had backed out of the space. And as I was going to go in to drive, to start driving away, the person on the opposite side then started backing out. It was some old person, and they were gonna like back into me, and I laid on the horn, but I was like flipping out while I was on the phone. You're like, oh shit, like, and I like because they would have they were almost backed into my driver's side door, like into me, and so I beeped and they stopped, but then they just were like, oh well, and went ahead of me, like they didn't even let me go first.
Yeah.
So, like they pulled back in a little bit and then started going, and then as they pull out. Because I was right behind them. As they pull out, they took a left-hand turn, and I could see the entire side of their, like, the other side of the car that I couldn't see before. And it was all from, like, the front bumper to the rear bumper, all scratched up and dented with, like, yellow paint. It's like, that makes sense.
They've done this before.
Yep.
I've always noticed. I noticed that, too, when someone's driving, like, a dickhole. Then you look at their car, and it's already busted open. And you're like, yeah, that's how they drive, I guess. Is there another water over there?
I can get one out of the package, but it's probably going to make a lot of noise.
I don't care.
All right.
As long as you don't have to get up.
No.
You have talked about the party that you two. What is my mic not working? Hello. What the hell's going on?
Did I hit something when I got the water?
I don't think so, but I'm wicked low now. All of a sudden. Hello. Now I can't hear myself at all.
Did the wire touch one of these cords here? I mean, these knobbies.
I can't hear myself at all. What the hell?
Did you hit a button on your mic?
Hello. No, I don't. Oh, there it goes. Oh, it's just this. Oh my God, this is wicked loose. What the hell? The knobs on that panel are broken. That's bizarre. That it was all jacked up. Hey, okay, so now I'm back.
This entire one is broken.
Yeah, that entire thing was like it was like. It was really weird.
Put some tape over it or something so you don't use it again.
Yeah, I want to play with it again. It was when I moved the gain. When I moved it left and right, it was like it's like loose inside or something.
Oh, the knob, just the knob, not the whole panel.
Yeah. Anyway, what the hell? Oh yeah, what? I don't know. Gatekeeper Drew said you've talked about the party that you two connected at. Can you elaborate? What made the night special? Did you feel about that? What? We didn't connect at a party.
You talking about some other girl?
No, I don't know. Maybe he's thinking I am, but I don't remember a party. We didn't connect at a party. We connected on MySpace.
Maybe could he possibly be referring to the Battle of the Bands thing?
That's kid interruption number 1. Or maybe number 2.
That's number 2. That's the only thing I could think.
It must be the Battle of the Bands that you're talking about, Drew. I have it on a VHS somewhere, but I also have it on my Mac computer also, which I could find that footage. I have video from the other side. But what are you doing? What?
I think that smell is the trash.
Why? Because you smell it again?
Yeah. I hate mystery smells.
I know. It's got. Doesn't it have like his gross diapers in it?
No, it just got put out because today's trash day. But there might be one in there. I can't remember.
Oh. I'm taking a shower now, though. After you said that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was you. But you know what I think it was? I think it was just you walking by was like pushing the smell over here. So I was like, ew, you smell. But now I think it was just you were like dragging the stink with you.
Oh, maybe. I need a shower, though. I'm gross. Gatekeeper Drew, thanks, man. I think you're talking about the Battle of the Bands thing. We were in high school, and I don't know. I grabbed her leg. I've already told this a million times. I feel like you did hear this story, but I don't know. Let's just tell it again. I don't want to tell it again. But the bottom line is, I was playing in Battle of the Bands, and Leah was there with her current boyfriend. And she looked miserable in the crowd, so I went over and like whacked her in the leg.
I was miserable. I didn't want to go to some high school band show.
I know, but I was there. Weren't you like, whoa, I'm going to leave my boyfriend for him?
I wasn't infatuated with you like other people were.
But you could...
Actually,
stupid.
I hated you. Like, I didn't hate you, but I was like sick of hearing about you because I had a friend that was obsessed with you, and I heard about you and your name like all the time, and it was like, can you just shut the fuck up? Because she used to do that. She used to like pick like it was like boys that were like 2 or 3 or 4 grades above us. She was like that girl that like idolized them and was like had a huge crush on them and stuff like that. And it's like,
why when I MySpaced you in 2006 then or 7? Why didn't you say like, oh no, now it's following me here?
I honestly didn't remember. It wasn't until like later that I pieced it together.
Oh. But yeah, that's basically kind of what happened, sort of.
It was Angel that pieced it together for me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I barely remembered. I remember Angel like vaguely. I feel like I hung out with her twice when I was a kid, but it was probably more than that. But because she was a little kid, I didn't really look at it like, oh, I remember her. But let me see what other questions we have here. And by the way, we'll come up with a name for the podcast soon, but I don't know. I can't think of it. We can't think of anything right now, so we'll figure it out. Suristian Mayan? I don't even know. This is a weird question now that I've read it. Joe, this is the dumbest question for us. Joe, I mean, no, it's not that you're dumb that you asked it. It's dumb that, like, we have no, like, this is not a question for us. Joe and Leah, my girlfriend and I are trying to spice up I feel like this is a troll question. Spice up our sex lives a bit. The sex is great already. Trying to add some kinks in any advice, like, I would think no. It sounds like everything's fine. You said yourself it's good, I guess. I don't know. It's up to Leah. I have no advice.
I don't know.
Get her drunk. That's what I have to do to Leah. Oops.
Then you lost your pop and ruined your water.
No, I can still drink it.
Gross.
It's not like it tastes like anything.
It just reminded me of, like, it was on Imgur, I think. It was a picture of, like, an ice cube tray that made, like, sort of like icicle, like cylindrical looking ice cubes so that you could just pop one in, like, your water bottle. And I think one of the comments or something below it was like, this is all well and good until you get deep-throated by an icicle. I'm taking a sip of water.
I just dropped a lollipop in my water bottle. That's just what we're talking about. Because people are probably wondering what the hell.
Waiting for you to get deep-throated by the stick when you go to take a sip out of there.
I don't know what to tell this guy about his sex question. Sounds good to me. Everybody's different, so that really would depend on your person.
Ask.
I think we do it once a week. That's pretty cool. I'd rather do it every 3 days or so, but once a week works. Once a month or something. If you get into like once a month, that's going to be a problem. You know. I mean, so I don't know what to tell you after that. I don't know how old you are either. What the hell are you talking about? So Ed's View. What's the most important thing you guys focus on when you're raising your kids? I don't know.
I try to make them compassionate. Like, I tell Gavin, like, when we walk to school, I make Gavin's lunch. It's like a small example. I make Gavin's lunch, but I always give him money to buy milk. But he knows that there's extra money in there in case. I told him, if you ever have a friend or something.
What the hell does this have to... What?
Well, they're talking about, like, raising the kids. Like, I try to teach them compassion.
Yeah.
And I was just saying, like, I told him, like, there's extra money in there. If you ever see somebody without a lunch or without a drink or something like that, like, here's money, to share and stuff like that. Like, I want him to, like...
I didn't know you did that.
Yeah.
The hell?
What?
I don't know. I just didn't know you did that.
Well, because I get, like, I know, like, they're weird up there, like, I get notices about, like, money and stuff from them and everything. I know they're, like, weird up there. Like, they'll, like, literally cut, like, kids off of, like, lunch or whatever.
What?
Or something like that. Yeah, I got a bill one time before I started giving him money because he was getting milks and stuff like that. I don't know. I just, like, it's stuff like that. Like, I always give him, like, extra to share with his friends and stuff.
Okay. That's weird. I did not know that. That's weird. Like,
Does it matter?
No, it's fine. It's just, I think that's funny. I didn't know that. I thought you were just saying, like, you tell them things. Like, oh, it'd be good to people.
No, I mean, I tell him, too. I'm like...
Here's some money to give away to people.
It's $2.
No. It's okay. It's fine. I would do it, too. I just didn't know.
Also, I tell him, too, like, I asked him, like, there was one time I was asking him, like, if he plays sports at recess or whatever, plays with the kids at recess. And he said, yeah. And I asked him, like, is there, like, other kids, like, like, I told him, like, I just explained to him, like, I think
if anything, he needs help playing stuff.
Well, I don't know, I just try to explain things to him, like, hey, if you see, like, a kid just sitting out or whatever, like, invite them to play, because maybe they're shy and they're waiting for an invitation, you know?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Like, that's what I want him to be like. That's what I want them to be like, you know?
Yeah. I think he needs to be invited more. He was playing basketball.
It could be, but, I just want him to have... It could be that he's not, like, playing or whatever, but it's just if he's in the position where he sees another kid sitting out or something like that, I want him to be thinking, like, hey, I should invite them.
Yeah. I like when everybody plays things. I've always been like, I want to bring everybody along. That's how you turn into one of those guys at a party drunk, and you're like, come on, man. Just drink. We're all drinking. I get crazy obsessed about that. About, like, let's all do it.
Yeah.
Why do I do that? I don't know. Like, I want everybody to do it with me. I don't want to do it alone.
I don't know.
Like, if I start cutting myself right now, I want you to cut yourself with me.
I'm not doing that.
Oh.
I'll help you cut yourself, though.
What? Will you? I don't know.
No.
Well, yeah, well, the night we did the blood test thing, yeah, I guess you would.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, that was fun.
That was all my idea.
Well, because
so
I think, like, you were being a chicken about it. And instead
I don't
of
like poking my fingers.
Yeah, but the thing is, you
poke anywhere, but not my fingers.
You were poking yourself like 100 times, and it wasn't giving you enough blood because you were being a chicken about like the depth of the poker thing.
Yeah.
So it's like, just let me do it. Do it once. Yeah, it'll be a poke or whatever, but at least you'll stop poking yourself like 100
It's like eye drops.
times.
It's like eye drops. I can't do. I wouldn't be able to do eye drops either. I need someone to like do them for me.
Yeah, I'd hold you down and put them in.
Or like, and like I'm really sensitive in the eyes in this area, so like you really have to hold it down. Like when I was at that eye doctor that time, he was like pissed, I think, like because he was like he had the machine on my eyes and everything, and I'm not. There's nothing I can do.
Oh, the glaucoma test
or whatever. It wasn't for glaucoma though. It was for other things.
The eye puff thing, right?
Yeah, they were testing.
That's a glaucoma test.
Well, he was testing the pressure in my eyes because they were worried about my concussion. They thought it had to do with my eyes, so they tested the pressure in my eyes.
Maybe it's like the same thing.
This was 4 years ago now.
I hate getting that. They do that to me every time I go
but
for
the
an
guy's
eye
like,
exam.
Open your, like, the guy was like, please, like, keep your, like, he's like, you having trouble? I'm like, yeah. He's like, you're extremely have problems with light. Like, you have extreme issues with light. And I'm like, yeah, I can't control this. You're blind. And I'm deaf, deaf.
Oh, yeah, I'm wicked blind.
I'm deaf, I'm dying, yeah.
I gotta go get new glasses, actually. I'm just delaying it because I don't want to pay for them.
I don't know, man. I don't know what we focus on. I guess it's like keeping them, just making sure they're nice. You know, nice. I guess. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I want them to be nice, but I also want them to be less. I don't want them exactly to be like me because I don't want them to have my anxiety or to have. I also don't want them to be so nice that they let everyone go ahead of them either. I think I've always been like that, and I think that's too nice. I feel like they need to be a little more assertive. So hopefully they're like nice but assertive. In a way, if that makes any sense, but that's way down the road. I mean, I don't know. Right now, I want them to be nice and try to be somewhat respectful. I don't want them to be the idiots, you know. And we'll see what happens with Brenna. But
oh my God, Brenna!
Travis,
I don't think you're gonna have to worry about that with Brenna.
What? Oh, assertiveness? Yeah, she'll push you right to the front line.
Brenna does what Brenna wants to do when Brenna wants to do it.
Yeah, she's the one that gets yelled at. Like, wait a minute, for everybody else.
It's like I don't know because I don't have like another girl, so I don't know if this is a girl thing or if it's a her thing, whatever. I don't know.
I think it's a combo of a girl and middle child.
Both of the boys though are so calm.
It's middle child
and easygoing, and she is just.
I know
wild.
It's middle because she tells me like that she wants more attention.
I know she got screwed out of that because we had Finn. Like it's like Gavin got 4 years of exclusive like attention from us, like just 4 years of him.
Yeah.
And then by the time he was 4, you know, he was like, all right, whatever, I'm doing my own thing, blah blah blah. He didn't need that constant attention. Like he like started like doing things on, you know, on his own. But Brenna had just turned 2 a month before Finn was born.
Yeah.
And she was already a really needy baby, like really like clung on to me. So then I had to start splitting time.
That's maybe your personality then.
It could be, but it also was that I had to split time between feeding, changing, whatever him, because obviously little babies require more attention in a way. They kind of do and they don't. They spend a lot of time asleep, but when they need something, they need it immediately. And but I don't know. I mean, it's not like she hates Finn, you know? Like, she hasn't, like, developed some sort of resentment towards Finn. So I don't think that maybe that's a huge part of it. Because I think, like, if that was a huge part of it, she might be, like, resentful of him.
Yeah, I think she's fine with because she's in there probably playing with him right now.
Because she loves being a big sister and doing big sister things.
What is this?
But she is a lot like you.
Yeah.
You can tell she's got a lot of your personality, and you're, like, really needy of people, so she might just be like that.
Maybe. But I think a lot of my stuff comes from things that happen to me that haven't happened to her, so I don't know about that. But I get it, because I wasn't really like that when I was younger. Travis TLC says, tell something you like about each other. Jesus. This is like the dating game or something? It's the fucking dating game, Leah. I could tell you a million things I like about Leah, but so I could tell you that like I like her personality, her demeanor's like usually calm, except for her extreme rage outs like that she has once in a while, but normally she's pretty calm and will pick up for
that's what it is.
Hmm?
It builds up for a long time.
Oh yeah. Like Flanders.
Flanders?
Yeah, remember that episode where he freaks out because he's too nice to people? He's like, doodly doodly, doodly doodly, and he just like loses his mind.
He says other words besides.
I don't remember. I haven't even
you like Boomhauer.
I honestly haven't watched The Simpsons in like 15 years or something. But no, so yeah, I like a lot of things about Leah. I don't know. I like her hair. I like her face. I like talking to her. I like
how you're developing this like gigantic list, and I'm gonna come back with like.
I don't know
like
I don't know why
thing.
you like me at all. I don't know why you like me at all.
I like that you can do the bills.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like
I do like that though. That shit's stressful for me. I hate that shit. Like I had to call the insurance this morning.
And I'm the one who failed school.
But like, I don't know. Like we've talked about it before, where like it works out because I can do things like build stuff and fix a lot of things. You can do some of that. Like I couldn't do this stupid wire shit you got set up here. This confuses the shit out of me.
I think it's because it's mathematical, kind of.
Kinda. I can't. Yeah, stuff with it numbers.
I don't know. It just makes like audio visual stuff makes sense to me. Like I understand it a lot. I don't understand.
I'm so glad my mom gave me those papers, by the way, the other day.
Oh yeah.
The ones that explain, like the ones.
Why? I mean, you already know that stuff.
No, I didn't really. I mean, I knew what she told me, but it's kind of cool seeing it all written out exactly the way that they said it.
Mm.
And one of my scores is higher than I thought it was too.
Well,
but
it's too bad you're not making that money.
Well, no, they explain in there. It is pretty much what you told me because of the discrepancy between the two numbers is what.
I think. What did Jesse tell me about you that he thought something, and I was like, I don't know, you know, because he's always talking about people's personalities.
Did he analyze me?
Yeah, he analyzed you. He said that one of the reasons why sometimes you're angry, he thinks, is because you're not necessarily that you're jealous, but you're unfulfilled because like I'm doing something that I am good at with work, and you're taking care of the kids, but you're not really getting to do a job. Like,
something I've always felt about myself is that I'm mildly good at most things, but there's nothing that I excel at.
I always thought that about me, though. Like, I'm like, kind of can play the drums. I kind of can do this. I kind of can.
No, but you, like, feel confident in doing this.
Mm.
I have nothing that I feel confident in doing.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what he was saying. Like, he was like you need like, if you were doing, like, something you love, like,
even when I work, like, I'm fucking this up.
Like, well, but say you were taking care of animals, or you were doing, like...
I did do that. I worked as a vet tech.
Yeah, but say you were a vet, like, or, like, some kind of vet.
I would never have the confidence.
What?
Nope.
That's
why I stopped being a vet tech.
What about paleontology or something like that?
Oh, I wanted to be an archaeologist.
Yeah, so say you were an archaeologist, like, you probably would be happier, because you'd be, like, doing something. Like, I think that's what he's saying.
But I think I'm too stupid to do that.
You just, why don't, like, I don't understand, like, you like, it's crazy.
You need to be really smart.
Yeah, but, like, the weird thing is, like, I feel like when you could do almost anything and be smarter than half the people doing it right away, and then if it's something you really like, you might be really good at it, but you never give it a try.
That's the thing is, I feel like I'm a little bit good at a lot of things, but I literally I don't excel at anything. There's nothing that I'm really good at. Like, I can, like, drawing, you've seen me draw.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
Well, but a lot of people
I'm not like some crazy artist like other people are.
A lot of people have hobbies, though, that they're good at like that. Like, I'm okay.
My hobbies are so stupid and boring.
I'm okay at drums. I'm not really a good drummer,
I play games. That's about it. And even that, it's like I'm pretty mid. I'm not, I wouldn't say I'm mid-tier, but I am definitely not as good as some people out there. Some people are crazy, but I'd say I'm better than a lot of people.
Yeah, but maybe that's all that it is then, because you can do that, and you can do this with me, and you can take care of the kids. So that's really all that we need here.
I don't know. I even doubt myself on the kids all the time. Like when they start fighting or when they're like upset about stuff or whatever. It's like, I'm great. I'm fucking them up.
No, that's what kids are like. Yeah, I don't know. I think that what he said was true, though. I think that because I think if you like loved, like being a vet assistant or even like being like a somewhat of a vet.
I thought I would though. I tried being a vet tech. And I realized I was always afraid that I would like be the reason for some animal dying or something like that. Like,
well then, I guess you can't do it.
Yeah, I don't have.
You need confidence, like in something.
I don't have.
Why the hell don't you have confidence in something?
Because I fuck everything up.
But you don't. What are you talking about?
I don't know. I think I'm like.
But is that? But you think you're mad about that?
I am really scared of people getting mad at me. I don't want people yelling at me and getting upset with me. And so I get like, I don't know. I think that's it. Because I know I don't like that.
Well, you wouldn't have liked any of the jobs I had. Well, you did auto parts, though. But
that was
the
only job that that was the only job I actually really, truly enjoyed. That was the only one.
That's weird.
I liked my boss. He was like this super awesome, nice guy. All the people I worked with were nice and awesome. But then also, like, I spent the majority of the day in the car alone.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, I don't know. I guess I was good at that. But then it's like you look at it. I worked there, but all the other drivers were like all these old men. I was the only girl there.
I feel like you'd do good at. I know you went to school for it, but another thing I thought you'd be good at, because you wouldn't do lawyer because you'd be in front of people too much and you wouldn't like that.
I've been told I should be a lawyer probably
but you
10 times in my life, but I don't want...
I think you could be a private investigator, though.
Oh, yeah, I tried that.
I think you could be that.
I tried going to school for that. They lied to me. I went to school and I told the stupid advisor people that help you set up that stuff when you go to college before you sign up to classes. I went and met with one of them. I told them my whole game plan. And they were like, okay, start with taking this. And then I started taking it, and I took, they were like, take this law class, this psychology class, this criminal justice class, and an English class. So I started taking all of those, and then a couple weeks in, I was like, something seems off with, like, the criminal justice class and the law class. I was like, and I went and talked to one of the teachers afterwards, and they were like, this is all set up so that when you leave here, you go to an academy to be a cop. And I told him my plan, and he was like, yeah. He's like, this is wrong for you and stuff. He's like, this is not stuff that you would need to know or learn to be a private investigator. This is all how to catch bad guys. And like basically,
I feel like you should be like an insurance fraud or something.
Well, I wanted to do, because I have an interest in photography
that's what I mean, like
as well as like law and stuff like that. So I was like, I feel like this would be good, like investigating people who are scamming insurance agencies or you know, like even like trying to like find out information on missing people and stuff like that. Like that's what I wanted to do. I feel like I remember how I've joked in the past about like how girls can find out your fucking credit history, like they'll find out every little thing about you. I am really good at finding people and finding out information about people, and I enjoy it. I think it's fun. It's like a mystery to me, and I like it.
All right, well let's sign you up now. We'll just lie to people and tell them you have a big degree or something.
But I don't know, like, so I ended up dropping those two classes. I did finish my English and my psychology class though, because I figured those could be beneficial at some point if I decided to do something else. At least I have those classes. But
no,
I mean,
you're a mom now. Be quiet.
I am. But I don't know, it also involved sort of being my own boss, sort of. And I get to, like, you know, be out and doing things or whatever. Like, it seemed like a good job for me. It's just as, I don't know, I'd probably need to find some specific school that trains in that, because obviously college didn't want to train me in that. They just wanted to make money and send me off. So.
Well, you probably could do legal studies and stuff, too. Eds View, we still got a few more of these. I think we can get through them. Eds View says, tell us about your favorite sex positions.
No, I'm not doing that.
Okay. Yeah, the answer is every. The answer is every. Frog Kid says, are you guys excited? At least that's my answer. Are you guys excited about the new Pokemon movie?
You know, I only heard about
That's Frog Kid.
I only heard about it like today. I saw a bunch of pictures popping up.
I'm excited about Toy Story 4.
I saw a bunch of pictures, like still shots popping up on Imgur. I wonder how many people I'm driving nuts saying it that way.
Oh, yeah.
Imgur.
Nobody knows what you're talking about, yeah.
No, they know.
Pikachu loses his virginity and morphs into like a
anyway,
level 3 phantom jobber brony.
Based on the pictures, it's still it's gonna always be hard to make like sort of a realistic looking Pokemon movie because they're Pokemon, they're not real.
Is it a cartoon?
It's like live action or something.
What?
Shit.
Is it really?
Or I don't know.
Oh my
it's
god.
Like, yeah, no. Like
what the hell?
I can show you some of the pictures. Honestly, every time I
oh
see
my
like
god.
every time I see Pikachu done out like this, like I have a bunch of folders actually saved on Imgur of people making Pokemon look realistic. Some of them are really creepy,
god.
and so I saved
Gengar.
them. But oh my god, Gengar's the worst. I love Gengar. He's one of my favorite Pokemon.
I don't really know that much about Pokemon, to be honest, because I miss Mcneil.
He's one of my favorite, but yeah, when people like, I gotta show you some.
The only reason I know about Pokemon is from selling the cards.
I gotta show you some of these albums though, because they're like fucking creepy as hell looking when people make Pokemon look realistic. But based on the pictures I've been seeing, it's like, I don't know, they look weird. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to
quickly show me. We don't have a lot of time.
I'm trying to find it.
I'm watching
Just go
the
on.
clock.
When I find it, I'll let
All
you
right,
know.
Eds View. We're not. Oh, that was the Sex Position. Frog Kid asked that. Jabroni Jabber podcast says, "Do you guys feel you would be happier if you got out of America and moved to Canada?" I don't know.
Feels more that way all the time.
Maybe, but
I wouldn't have this. It's like,
I don't know though. I really don't know about that. Like, and for what I'm good at, America kind of suits me, to be honest. Like, I don't know about like what would happen if I went to Canada. You know what I mean?
yeah. Like I'm looking at this article, by the way.
I'm in like entertainment industry, and that suits kind of America. I think. I don't know. To me, but I love Canada.
It's things like, I think what people don't understand that like live in. Oops, I hit the mic.
That's okay.
That live in countries that have like, health insurance for everybody, like basically every other first world country.
Yeah, we're looking at maybe not having health insurance right now.
It's things like this. Like literally, I get anxiety every time I think about having to do anything involving insurance. And then, so, like we got married on the 20th, and I was like, I gotta get my insurance stuff changed now that I've done like all the other stuff, like the legal stuff. I was like, all right, let me change my insurance and all this shit.
Just cut to the chase. Cut to the chase. We get 10 minutes.
Basically, we found out that we can't pause it and pick it up after we get them.
I don't want to do that.
Oh.
We're already 32 minutes in.
All right, well, whatever. Basically found out that we're like probably not going to have insurance in a couple of months, and it's like the most stressful thing ever because now I'm thinking like, oh, now we have to pay for it. Now that's one more thing that's like fucking us up. I've got 3 kids that need to have health insurance. Like they have to have health insurance and stuff like that. And it's like unbelievable the amount of, it's like you're paying a mortgage payment for insurance in this country. And it's not even good insurance. You're paying a mortgage for shit insurance.
Well,
and it's just this huge stressor. And
to them, they think I made enough money where we have to pay that.
The thing is, though, they think that all they do is they look at your shit and they're like, yeah, you make a lot of money, you have to pay insurance, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you're not taking into account that a huge chunk of this goes to the taxes. They don't take into account that we're trying to get a home, so a huge chunk of that would go into everything that you have to do for a home and stuff like that. They just look at the one amount. And it's like, that's not fair, because it's like, we have this one amount, but guess what? It's already divvied up into every other bill we have to pay in this country and all these other taxes.
If we don't get health insurance next year, like, and this is just to put this out loud for anybody who's out there wondering what it would cost them or whatever it's like in America. But right now, if we don't get health insurance covered in Massachusetts next year, so I would pay $1,300 a month for health insurance for the family. So $1,300 a month for health
mortgage
insurance.
Payment.
Then I would pay $2,000 to $1,500 a month for the mortgage of the house we would get. Then we would pay $500 something for the car that we have a month. And then if you add like the other bills and stuff like that together, so you're looking at about $4,500 a month in bills total, which is a pretty crazy amount for like the basic stuff.
Health
or whatever.
insurance shouldn't cost you as much as
a house.
Fucking house every month. And like
their argument is like, yes, it would, because it's your health. Like your health is the most important thing.
Yeah, but the only reason that those prices are that way, and that's why everybody's like, oh, we couldn't afford fucking health insurance in this country for everybody. It would just be too much money. Like, and it's like, not even arguing that the fact that the military and everything else costs billions and billions and billions of dollars and nobody bats an eye. But hold on, let me finish. No, just ignoring that. It's the fact that in this country, health insurance products like vaccines, even gauze and shit like that, they charge the hospitals and everybody else a ridiculous amount of money for medicine and supplies. So then the hospital turns around and the insurance companies, they all turn around and they drop that fucking burden on us. And it's like, well, you're allowed to do that in this country because capitalism and blah, 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 and all this stuff. And it's like, yeah, but you know what? When it comes to shit like medical supplies, maybe there should be some regulations in place because then guess what? Insurance wouldn't be that high. And it would maybe then be affordable for us to have our own health insurance and pay for it and not have to have a whole country covered just blank out universal health care. You know, like if we could afford it.
Somebody said the words or something like along the lines of like responsible capitalism or something.
There's no such thing as that.
But no, but I know, but somebody made a comment like that, some politician or somebody, and I was like, because I think most things should be capitalistic in the country, but a lot of things don't need to be. Like health insurance really, and then other countries don't have it.
Like,
it works in other countries, so, you know, whatever.
If you want to charge, like, whatever the fuck you want to charge for an iPhone or a car, go ahead. Like,
what if we all pay $20 a month?
Nobody needs an iPhone. Nobody needs there's certain things in this country that you don't fucking need. Charge whatever the fuck you want for it. But when it comes to something like EpiPens, or something that could save somebody from a heart attack, or things like that, like the quality of life, like you need like a knee replacement because you can't walk, which means you also can't work. Things like that. It's
I'm mostly scared about.
You shouldn't be able to charge whatever the fuck you want because it's hurting people.
I'm really worried about people with like diseases or cancer who need instant, to be looked at instantly, who are going to have this whatever or can't get in the hospital or whatever. But if we all paid $20 a month, or paid $20 every paycheck, would that cover all health insurance?
People that need like immediate health aren't denied. Like in these first world countries, you go into a hospital, you're having a heart attack, they don't say, "Well, you're gonna get back in line."
No, I know, but you'd end up with a huge bill still. That's the problem.
Not in other countries. Not
in America, though.
Yeah, in America, because fuck the little people.
But you do get seen, right? I mean, like, you're going to get seen, right?
Yeah, well, it's like the same argument that here in Massachusetts, they just tried to pass.
They don't turn you away if you have cancer,
no.
even if you have no money.
No,
right,
they don't, but you can go bankrupt here.
Yeah.
Your whole life can be ruined because of you got some disease, you had an accident.
Yeah, you didn't even do
something completely out of your control, and now your whole entire life is ruined because I say
that
really
That's
weird.
Twice.
I know. I heard it the first time. I was like, I say this like fucking Stewie, and then it came out again like
I was
ruined.
really. I almost asked you to say that again. Can you say ruined again? Because that was really cool. Then you just gave it for free.
Yeah, no, I heard it too. But yeah, no, you can get fucked over. For something that's completely out of your control, and it's not fair.
Let's run through these really quickly. We got a Tree Root says, have you and Leah played Super Smash Brothers together?
If you guys want to support this podcast and listen to more, make sure you go to my Patreon, patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show, where you can listen to future episodes and the rest of this one. Plus, there's a whole bunch of other podcasts that I'm involved with, including our most popular ones like Corrupted Podcast and Morning Madness that I do almost every morning.